This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
That they have the same kids on videos everywhere, breaking into the cars and stealing stuff.
RTV6 is working for you tonight with a story that is impacting several people on the southwest side. Thieves caught on camera breaking in and even stealing vehicles. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. Several people sharing video with RTV6 tonight, and they believe the same group is targeting the area.
RTV6's Nicole Griffin is in Canby tonight talking to drivers who are impacted.
This recent string of car thefts now impacting a local business owner. He let a client who was moving into their new home here in Heartland Crossing borrow a box truck, but sometime early Tuesday morning, they figured out that truck was stolen.
He called me 6:30 in the morning freaking out that the truck was missing from his driveway.
Paul Miller is the owner of Innovative Home Realty. He lets clients use this box truck as a courtesy to move, but the truck was stolen from Canby sometime Monday night or early Tuesday.
It's a busy season right now, so I have a lot of sales. I've kind of already promised the truck to other clients. If they rent a U-Haul or something like that, I'll pay them back. So yeah, it's costing me more money and more time.
In just the last week, IMPD officers responded to 5 stolen vehicle reports in Canby. On the southwest side, there were 21 in just 7 days. Canby is also covered by other agencies since it's in several counties, so that number is likely even higher.
On the chatter sites, everybody around here, and I've heard it's also in Avon and Brownsburg too, but that they have the same kids on videos everywhere, breaking into the cars and stealing stuff.
These are images of the suspects from a theft Thursday night in nearby Decatur Township. There are 3 people in the video stealing from vehicles. You then see 2 come back and take off in the truck.
It's easier to steal something from somebody than it is to go out and work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and have to provide yourself with your own money.
That stolen truck belongs to Brent Phelps. He put a GPS tracking system in it and was able to get it back with the help of police. They found it near Washington Street in Tremont in Indianapolis. Both Phelps and Miller hope these kids are caught soon before frustration from car owners escalates even more.
Instead of having a stolen vehicle or broken into car, it's somebody, maybe end up getting killed out of it, because people are just getting tired of it.
The kids are kids, yeah, you hope they find the right way, learn that, what they're doing is wrong.
If you recognize the kids in these videos, contact police. Working for you in Canby, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Thank you, Nicole. And the thieves in these videos are also accused of stealing from unlocked vehicles. A gun, expensive sunglasses, even a pair of keys belonging to another vehicle that was stolen were left inside. So an important reminder to lock your car and take anything valuable out of it.
A developing story tonight from Carmel. A police officer there accused of driving while intoxicated. Officer Brian Hood was pulled over for a traffic violation Tuesday evening near City Center Drive and Rangeline Road. He was in his personal vehicle. Officers gave him a breath test, which they say showed that he was more than twice the legal limit. They arrested their colleague. They took him to jail. Hood has been with the Carmel Police Department since 2000. He's at administrative leave with pay, pending the outcome of the investigation.
Metro Police are shedding new light on how 2 small children were shot at a home on the city's northeast side. Officials say the victims, aged 2 and 5, were at home with another child last Friday when the shooting took place on North Colorado Avenue. Investigators say a parent left a loaded shotgun in the closet. The 3 children were in a room alone, but adults were in the house. Detectives believe a 3rd child found the gun and fired 1 shot, striking the other 2 children. The victims have since been released from the hospital. The case will be turned over to the prosecutor to determine if any charges will be filed.
There will be no death penalty for a Boone County man accused in a deadly attack on a Lebanon couple. Prosecutors say in 2017, Zachariah Wright stabbed to death 73-year-old Max Foster and attacked and tried to set fire to Foster's 68-year-old wife during a home invasion. Then Boone County prosecutor Todd Meyer announced plans to seek the death penalty for Wright. But now, more than 2 years after the crime, the new prosecutor says the death penalty is off the table. Instead, Wright is now scheduled for a bench trial in November. Prosecutor Kent Eastwood says he is seeking life without the possibility of parole for Wright. A Hendricks County School Board continues to take heat from parents for keeping a teacher and coach on staff who is accused of sexual misconduct with a student.
Things got tense last night at the Northwest Hendricks School Board meeting with regards to Tyler Bruce. Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny has been following this case and explains why things came to a head last night.
Tri-West teacher and football coach Tyler Bruce remains on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of a criminal investigation. The Department of Education has filed a complaint against Bruce's teaching license. Stacey Lewis has filed a tort claim against the school corporation, claiming the district failed to protect her daughter from Bruce's sexual misconduct.
The four of you decided to keep him on your payroll. They must have had the preponderance of evidence because they made that decision. And they may take him off your payroll. It's a shame you couldn't handle that.
Several other Tri-West High School staff members are also on paid leave in connection with the case.
If they knew about it, it was shameful. And if you guys allow them to stay on your payroll, they'll be out there mowing grass. I'll be damned if they'll be in their house sitting and getting paid. But you guys ought to be ashamed of how you handled it. That's about all I got to say.
Two people spoke up in support of Bruce Tuesday night.
I support your decision based on the fact that there have been no charges against Mr. Bruce. Not through Henry County Sheriff's Department, not through the Child Protective Services. We can all slap lawsuits on everybody in this room if we want to. But if we do not have proof to support it, we do not win it.
I've had Tyler Bruce as a teacher, a coach, and a friend, and he's been one of the most influential people in my life. I think he's one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and he continues to be influential in my life.
Some say the district needs better policies to protect students.
Failure to report suspected abuse or neglect is a Class B misdemeanor.
The district announced it's sending 5 Tri-West staff members this week to Title IX training on how to handle sexual misconduct allegations. They'll bring back information to share with the board. Working for you in Hendricks County, Kara Kenny, RTV6.
Thanks, Kara. And in a statement to Call 6 Investigates, the board says they voted to keep Bruce based on the preponderance of the evidence delivered at the employees' requested conference with the school board, including administrators, witnesses, and legal representatives. Bruce has denied the allegations of sexual misconduct and has not been charged.
Let's talk about some headlines here. Our best chance for thunderstorms moving ahead. That will be Friday. Briefly cooler on Saturday and warm as we go through much of next week. Temperature right now down 3 degrees from that afternoon high of 90 in Indianapolis. Still at 89 in Terre Haute. Metro temperatures middle to upper 80s. One thing that is uniform everywhere, the humidity level still have that tropical feel. The thunderstorms that rolled through Logansport, Monticello, and Peru have faded away. An isolated thunderstorm still possible to the north. 11 o'clock tonight. Temperature still well into the 70s. In the morning hours tomorrow, dry, warm, and humid. A change will start to arrive as we get to Friday, but temperatures through the day tomorrow, 85 at noon. Chance for thunderstorms limited to the northern half of the state, I think, in the afternoon hours tomorrow. Just want to show you this. From Friday afternoon into the weekend, look at the cooler air sweep in. How that won't last too long, I'll explain that coming up.
A familiar face among the Metro Police top brass is coming back to the department less than 2 months after leaving for another job. We learned today former IMPD Deputy Chief Chris Bailey is resigning from his new post as police chief in Asheville, North Carolina. Bailey took over as chief on July 29th. His last day will be September 27th. The city of Asheville released a statement saying Bailey is resigning for personal reasons which need his attention. IMPD says Bailey will rejoin the department as a captain, which is his merit rank.
Governor Eric Holcomb appears to have a Republican challenger for his re-election campaign next year. This week, Carmel resident Brian Roth filed his candidacy to run against Holcomb in 2020. Roth is a Navy veteran who owns a business called Employment to Deployment. He faces a difficult task to win the nomination as Holcomb is heavily favored with a large financial lead. Roth also must obtain 4,500 signatures from across the state to get on the ballot, per Indiana law.
It's been 18 years since the moment that changed America forever. Today, we remember 9/11. Indianapolis, like many other cities, has its own memorial marking that fateful day. And we've learned that memorial is about to undergo an expansion and some changes. The first change, it will no longer be known as the Indianapolis 9/11 Memorial. Instead, it will be called the Indiana 9/11 Memorial and show that all of Indiana remembers the day and honors those who died, including 9 Hoosiers. The memorial will also be home to a piece of the Pentagon Stone, which is made of Indiana limestone.
The reason we have monuments is a reminder to people about what has happened in our past, especially people, to use an example today, anyone that's 18 years or younger has no idea about what we're talking about. And what is imperative is that we keep in front of the public our history, because we already have people that are rewriting history, and it's not for the good.
The plan also calls for adding about 10 feet of space to the backside of the memorial, ending at a solid granite wall with the words "Never Forget" inscribed. The goal is to have the entire project done by September 11th, 2021. Organizers will spend the next several months raising funds for the project. It will all be paid for in private donations. They hope to raise about $450,000. Every year, one Indianapolis man dedicates 12 hours of his day to those killed in the 9/11 attacks by a simple wave of the American flag. This year, James Clark continued his 18-year tradition as he waved the U.S. flag over the bridge on West 56th Street at the I-465 overpass. As always, many drivers continue to honk in recognition. Clark encourages those who would also like to make a difference to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Special skills for students who can use them. Next in Hiring Hoosiers, we will show you how a high school is giving special needs students a hand in finding a job after school.
Also ahead, police say this man made his alleged crime worse when he tried to get away. Now they need your help in finding him. The details that they want you to know. Kevin?
And our increasing chance for thunderstorms tomorrow means we're getting closer to cooler temperatures for the weekend. Details straight ahead.
Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Right now, IMPD is asking for your help to identify this suspected shoplifter who struck an officer with his vehicle as he was trying to escape. Metro police officers say they had a shoplifting call from the Walmart on the 4600 block of South Emerson Avenue on the southeast side on the evening of August 17th. Investigators say an off-duty IMPD officer was working at the Walmart, helping with security when he tried to stop a shoplifter. The man struck the officer with his vehicle, a silver four-door sedan, before driving away. The police officer is okay. But if you recognize this man, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. You can leave an anonymous tip.
In Hiring Hoosiers, students with special needs are getting a chance to prepare for the workforce. Brandsburg High's Collaborators for Success program provides students internship opportunities at places like Dawson's 2 Restaurant. They learn the hard skills such as cleaning the kitchen to soft skills like communication with others. Throughout this time, students build their portfolios by getting recommendations from their supervisors. This gives them something to show to future employers that are ready to work. Better yet, be great at what they're doing, which is what students and workers at Dawson's 2 already notice.
If you really need to know the truth about these kids, they're awesome. They come in here, they're kind, they're gentle, they're nice, they're great to work with.
Follow the job coach that taught me all the skills I needed to learn throughout the years. And that's how I know I'm going to be good when I get a job in the community.
Students can stay in the program until they're 22 if they still need more time to build their skills for the workforce. So far, 20 different businesses are working with students in the Collaborators for Success program. And a Florida-based global customer experience management company plans to open a Midwest hub in Fishers, creating up to 350 new jobs by the end of 2020. The company will invest more than $4 million to lease and equip a 42,000 square foot facility on East 121st Street. The company plans to be fully operational in the location later this fall. Seidel Group helps build brand loyalty and improve customer satisfaction. The company already employs 75,000 people across 27 countries.
Tonight, Indiana State Police are celebrating a married couple who have shown they really know how to make it work. After a combined total of 60 years in law enforcement, Master Trooper Richard Crawford and his wife, Lieutenant Nicole Crawford, are retiring at the same time. During his career with ISP, Master Trooper Crawford has been a field training officer, a member of the Tactical Intervention Platoon, and Honor Guard Commander. And he's a Sagamore of the Wabash recipient as well. Lieutenant Crawford has served the department as a field training training officer, a defensive tactics instructor, and she attained the status of master instructor. The Crawfords have been married for 24 years. Congratulations to them.
Congrats, and you'll see your first 7-day forecast in retirement here in a minute. Temperature tomorrow, 88, close to that 90-degree mark. Friday, down a little bit because thunderstorms become more widespread ahead of a cold front that gives us brief relief as we get to the first half of the weekend. Thunderstorm chances tomorrow, northern half of the state. Then I think widespread, all of the state may see some showers and thunderstorms on Friday ahead of a cold front that will briefly change the temperatures as we go into the weekend. Right now, no showers or thunderstorms in the RTV6 viewing area, just northwest of Fort Wayne. A thunderstorm there. Chances diminish then through the evening and tonight. Will likely be dry all night long. Thunderstorms come back during the heat of the day tomorrow. Let's talk about tomorrow morning, since we never cool off. No surprise. Warm and humid, 74 at 9 a.m. Temperature at noon, 84 degrees. Afternoon high temperatures again close to 90. I start this at 1 o'clock because that's between 1 and 4 when we begin to see some thunderstorms pop up. Northwest of Lafayette towards Chicago. Then by the time we get to 7 o'clock, here are your scattered showers and thunderstorms almost in a north-south line, especially from Indy north toward Frankfort, Tipton, Kokomo, and Peru. Those will lose strength and coverage will diminish as we get to the evening hours tomorrow and start to cool things off. Highs tomorrow just about like today. It's been our third day in a row then where temperatures are well above average. Tomorrow's average high is 79. You can see we'll be a full 10 degrees above average through the period. I'll point out on Friday, chance for thunderstorms increases. A few of these may be on the strong side. Damaging wind would be the main threat from any of the stronger storms. Friday temperatures mid-80s. The peak time for thunderstorms, I would say, in that 2 to about 7 p.m. time range. And then over the eastern portion of the state is where the thunderstorms will be by 7 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, not much happening. There's your line, and it's a distinct line along the cold front that pushes through, and by 7 o'clock starting to push to the state line with Ohio and go into the Buckeye State. Temperatures in the 80s. Friday will be cooler as we go to the weekend. 81 on Saturday, but boy, that doesn't last long. Sunday's temperature 87, and most of next week and beyond the 7-day planner, temperatures remain above the average high of 79. We're living in the 80s.
Living in the 80s. Take it back. All right. Thank you, Kevin, for that.
All right. Dave First is here with sports.
That was like a Backstreet Boys reference or something.
Live in the 80s,
yeah,
right.
Hey, a little news from Purdue, and frankly, it's not good. Linebacker Marcus Bailey out for the season. Jeff Braun confirming the fifth-year senior would miss the remainder of 2019 with a knee injury last weekend. Marcus had 10 tackles in the opener at Nevada, a sack last Saturday against Vandy. The team's co-captain, he will be missed for sure. Well, good evening. Colts back at it today, and the mood really pretty upbeat this afternoon. Let's face it, play here or there, and they're 1-0 to start the season. We followed the story of wide receiver Deion Kane, the second-year player out of Clemson, should and will receive a little more attention with Devin Funchess now out for a couple of weeks. He's certainly answered every question to date after his ACL injury a year ago. And oh yeah, it's supposed to be really hot down in Nashville.
Everybody's been talking about the heat, you know.
Yeah,
why is that?
I mean, because, you know, it's going. They say it's supposed to be just a little hot down there in Tennessee, so we just got to make sure we're prepared. We should be ready.
The thing is, you got to turn up the heat when you get there.
Yes, sir. No, we're going to turn it up. That's what I'm saying.
Hydrating this week?
It's going to be hot. That's what I heard. So, yeah, they got us doing all kind of stuff.
Will it work, though?
Oh, it should. Yeah. It should. I'm not the scientist behind it or the genius behind it, but just doing what I told. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'm coming back to them.
Dr. Ebron in the house. Meanwhile, IndyCar is about to amp up for the season finale next week, and Alexander Rossi's getting a little cabin fever. It's been a couple of weeks since they raced in Portland. Had the chance to catch up with the former Indy 500 champion today. He's currently second in the IndyCar point standings. The series heads to Laguna Seca for the finale next weekend. If Alexander wins and Joseph Newgarden finishes 5th or worse in the race, Rossi wins the title. But all but a handful have ever raced at Laguna Seca.
The championship finale is coming down to an event where we don't really have any kind of event history to lean upon, which is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because there's no team that has like any predetermined advantage because they're just good there.
Right.
It's a bad thing because we could potentially suck.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Here are the point standings with Pagano also still looking at a shot at the title. Join us tonight. The news at 11. Rossi's Ride in the Sports Extra Spotlight. Hey, finally, Team USA taking on France in the FIBA World Cup quarterfinals. This is the second quarter. Rudy Gobert taking it right to the Pacers. Miles Turner backed him down. Easy bucket. France led by 6 at the break. Turner with just 1 bucket this morning, only 1 of 2 from the field. Donovan Mitchell helped give Team USA a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. He had a game-high 29, but France got 21 and 16 from Gobert. Evan Fournier had a team-high 22. Team USA loses 89-79. The loss snaps the team's 58-game win streak in FIBA and Olympic competition. Best they can do now is finish 5th. They play Serbia tomorrow morning. What happened to Team USA? All right, Rossi goes for the title. Again, it's our Sports Extra Spotlight tonight on the news at 11 o'clock. Until then, the News at 6 continues after this.
Enjoy a cult with your family.
We're still at 87 degrees. Man, it felt humid today.
Wait, right now?
Yeah.
Be ready for that.
Look at
Have you
Evansville.
been watching his forecast all day?
I just got here, sorry.
Okay.
You want to know a secret? The one way to scare Dave out of his office and have him come running down the hallway is to show the 7-day forecast first.
Yeah.
That is the cue to the sports department
every time.
that it's time. And so I've seen that happen before. They come running down the hallway.
The doors swing open.
Oh, yeah.
You have to listen carefully.
Usually a lot of adult language, too.
Right. We turn the mic down for that.
I don't know how I deal with you guys.